That's tough to come back twice and tie it up twice and then have a getaway like that.
Yeah, I mean, the reality of it is we didn't play very well, really. I would say this, I thought we pitched well. Did a really good job. Had some young guys in there that
Against a good lineup
that they haven't pitched a ton, whether it be injuries or better for whatever reason. That it was kind of their turn. Obviously after this weekend playing a bunch so we had some young guys in there, which was exciting, and our pitching did a really good job. You see the growth of those guys, velo's up and commanding the zone a lot better, and they've just gotten so much better. And so I was just really disappointed in our infield play and just things that we haven't done in a long time. Just knucklehead things we haven't done in a long time. Not anticipating plays, not communicating, and the reality of it is, like, that's their offense. They slap on the ground. They try to just kind of beat ground balls out and run, and that's fine if that's the way they're going to play offense. But they knew that coming into it. It's not like it was a great shock, and we were just not very good, and really in any area besides pitching, which I thought did a good job.
Braden Tucker was a guy who hasn't pitched in 2 months, and he comes out and he gives you 2 solid innings where he manages to get out of trouble. How important was that?
It was huge. It was really huge for his personal growth too. He's had an injury and been out for a while, and to get him back in there, he's a bullpen piece that can really help us down the stretch. Did a great job. He's a really competitive guy. He's got good stuff, as you can tell. It was big for him personally. I was really happy for him. It was huge for our team, and kind of a shot in the arm in the middle relief innings where we could use some help, and did a really good job.
You come off a big weekend with a big series win, but of course now you're fighting for the Big Ten title, and the things that happen here tonight that are kind of upsetting, that's not where you want your team to be when you're heading into that kind of a challenge this weekend.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I thought we were past those things. Not communicating at first base on the chopper there in the early, and then first base just playing in front of the runner before we could even grab him and scoot him back. A ball that doesn't get out of the infield drops, and the play late with the guy on first and third, and guys out by 15 feet at home, and we turn to second, and Kate hasn't played a lot of first base, but just a baseball play, and just those little things that, again, things that bother me. We not breaking down after we get to first base, not swinging through a take sign, or just not paying attention to those pieces. I don't know, if you look at it, and I told guys, as a young man, your maturation process into an adult is being accountable for your decisions and your actions every day, not just on the days that you feel like it, not just on the days when you're feeling good. Doesn't matter if you're tired, doesn't matter what just happened last weekend, what you're looking forward to next weekend, it's each and every day. Like, you don't get to go out and not live to the standard that you're expected to live by. So, that's the thing. I think that's the frustrating thing for me is like our inability to be able to go out and just follow a plan, execute to a plan, and be intelligent and do the things that we've been taught to do, and honestly things that we haven't done in such a long time. It's like I don't know, as you take responsibility for your actions, like, how do we allow ourselves to take such a step back? And obviously that's my job, and I haven't done a good enough job of making sure that those things we're accountable for those things and understand that, and we'll have to go back to work tomorrow and make sure that we're ready to go, and understanding that, as of right now, we're going to be in the Big Ten tournament, right? And that's all that's really promised to you, and you have to go and work from there. But like, you're getting ready to start an entire new season here in about a week, right? You're competing to win a Big Ten championship, something that hasn't happened here since 2014, maybe. Is that the last time?
That's right.
2014. Mm-hmm. So that's a good amount of time, and to be in that position, especially after we're under 500 in the first month, and all the things that we've overcome to get to this position, and then to take a step back, I have to make sure that those things don't happen, and I take responsibility for that. But that we just underperformed in a lot of different ways. And I guess, to me, the frustrating part about that is to look up and say, okay, that's a top 5 team in the country, and we're a top 25 team in the country, and to go into the 12th inning with stubbing our toes that many times, And it's because when we are in a position where we're focused and we're locked in and we're doing what we're supposed to do, we go out and we have a big inning and made some really nice defensive plays, executed a lot of pitches, and had some nice offensive at bats, and then we get later in the ball game, and I felt like we had selfish at bats, selfish swings, and trying to end it on one swing instead of just trying to go back and follow a plan, and follow an approach. But the optimist in me says that every opportunity is a learning opportunity, a learning experience, and hopefully I've said this a couple times. Hopefully that's the last breath of some of those things, and we're able to work our way through that, and I have to make sure that that's the way it is.
Real quick, any health updates for anybody that you can give us?
If Feynman came out of the game the other day, I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be okay. He ran into the wall and kind of jarred himself a little bit and just kind of locked up from, I think probably from catching, three and a quarter games in 3 days, and the travel and being on the road for 2 weeks. And so he was doing better today than maybe we anticipated. So I think we'll have him back this weekend. And besides that, I think everything else is pretty much the same.
Grant gave up that run against Michigan, but overall it seems like these last few weeks Grant Sloan's been really solid out of the bullpen.
Grant's done a really nice job. We just have to make sure that we're using him appropriately, and he's better in short stints than he is in longer outings, and that's something that you learn from your guys as you go. But Grant's been really good. The breaking ball's gotten better. His fastball command's gotten better. The velo certainly is up from where he was earlier, and it's a tough at bat for guys. He's a tough matchup for a lot of guys, and he can pitch to righties and to lefties when he's able to go up with the fastball and work the sinker. So Grant's done a really nice job.
How much has Braden Scott grown over the course of this year? Early, he didn't get a lot of time on the mound, and now he's pitching some tense innings for you guys against a regional host.
Yeah, he has gotten tremendously better. He's really improved, and I think a lot of it is just his work with Will, his work in the weight room, his nutrition, his lifestyle, the decisions that he's making off the field. Not that they were ever poor, but when you have a professional lifestyle, you see the results in the way that your body's able to go out and perform. And I really like him. I like him in those tense moments because I know he's tough enough to throw strikes. He's tough enough to execute pitches, and that's what you want from a guy. He's a tough matchup on lefties. The fastball rides up, and so it's tough to square him up. And they're so downhill to balls, and really trying to beat it down. That he's able to beat some barrels, which is what he did tonight, and did a good job. But he's grown. He's been a really nice piece. He's tough. He's competitive. He's under control. Got a nice pickoff move. There's a lot of really nice things, and has been a nice piece for us.
All right.
Thanks.